Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Arshad.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Farhan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Ammar bin Muhammad Azri.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Adib.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, my name is Muhammad Ishraquddin.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hi, my name is Muhammad Ishraquddin. So to begin with, I want to introduce about the true golden age of Islam. So basically, the golden age of Islam refers from 8th to 13th century, when the Muslims are on the map, where the Islam religion are widely on the map. It is remarkable, and the culture, the education, the economic is very strong. Two of the best successes is we can see about Ibn Sina, which is he is a doctor and he is very successful in medication and pharmacy. So the second example is Ibn Nafis, which is he is a very famous physician. But according to Dr. Fahid Omar, the true golden age of Islam refers to when Prophet Muhammad's time and the time of his immediate successors. It was then that every aspect of Islam and the guidance are very strong, and the framework for ultimate success. So at that time, Muslim was at best conditions. So what Dr. Fahid Omar saying was according to a hadith, which is in this slide. خير الناس قرني ثم الذين يلونهم ثم الذين يلونهم ثم يجيء من بعدهم قوم تسبق شهادتهم أيمانهم وأيمانهم شهادتهم. So the translation of this is Prophet Muhammad said, the best people are those of my generation, and then those who will come after them, and then those who will come after them, and then after them there will come people whose witness will precede their oath. So this means the best generation is from Prophet Muhammad, and after them comes the Khalifa, which is Abu Bakr, Uthman, Ali. So that is still the best age, but until now, we must be the best successors. We must follow the hadith. We must follow what Allah say us to do. That is how we want to maintain the golden age of Islam. Because now there is many Western influence and Western ideology, so we must be strong. So we move to the next slide. I want to talk about the concept of democracy. It is divided into two, which is Islamic democracy and Western democracy. The Islamic democracy means like shura, which is the discussion to make a decision with the ahli. So it is very contrast with the Western democracy, which is like election and parliament, where people can choose their leader and the decision of a problem. So this leads to secularism thinking and liberalism thinking.
To understand historical and contemporary challenges facing the Muslim Ummah, it is important to trace back the roots of these challenges, which is the Western colonization and the post-colonial ramification and legacies that has been done to the Muslim Ummah. And one of the most substantial and destructive policies employed by these colonial powers in their quest for dominance is the concept of divide and rule. This concept was used effectively by the Western imperialists. It sowed seeds of discord and fragmentation within the Ummah, thereby weakening the unity and solidarity that is integral to the Islamic governance. So essentially, it is a way for these Western powers to nullify any collective resistance to the colonial rule. So through external and internal strategies, as well at the same time, the implications, we can observe many manifestations that are interconnected to one another. Here we give you four that is linked and will be discussed next shortly. And one of the most observable manifestation externally is the creation of artificial borders. This is the key strategy by the West in dividing the Muslim lands into hostile foreign states within the Ummah. And it is based on colonial interests, not an organic socio-political realities. In other words, it is deliberate. So from the agreements like Sykes-Picot, after World War I, we can see the arbitrary creation of nation states like Iraq, Jordan, Syria, and these challenges today has resulted in territorial disputes, cross-border tensions, and manipulations by internal politics by external actors using Muslims as proxies. And the creation of these artificial borders in the Muslim world by colonial powers has far-reaching consequences, which brings us to the internal implication that is the model of nation states. So this concept is introduced by the West and has no roots in Islamic governance. It paves the way for the introduction of centralized authority and exclusive national identities. It has disrupted decentralized systems of governance with the caliphate, with the caliph as its overarching authority. And the decentralized caliphate, it takes into account the intricate population of diverse ethnic, culture, and languages based on unity and brotherhood, without which it led to the fragmentation of Muslim societies. It creates internal divisions and conflicts that challenge the historical interconnectedness and unity emphasized in Islamic teachings. So in Surah Al-Imran, verse 103, it urges believers to hold firmly to the rope of Allah and avoid division that teaches the unity and brotherhood, which has now become problematic.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Azri. So I'm going to continue about Islamic implications that talks about nationalistic power and sovereignty. First, we can talk about centralized authority. Many Muslim majority states are governed by authoritarianism, religion that concentrates power in hand of will. These centralizations differ political pluralism and weakens institution checks and balance. We can give an example like Egypt. Egypt is under both Hosni Mubarak and Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. As implying how authoritarianism can be undermine political institutions. Second, modern geopolitical reality. Modern geopolitical reality is about colonial power are imposed Western-style political and administrative system that were not always suited to the local context. This has been sometimes result in weak governance structure, corruption, challenges in state-building efforts. Third, power and authority in a territory. Today, countries in the Muslim world navigate complex geopolitical pressure from major power like United States, China, and Russia, as well as regional power like Saudi Arabia, Iran, and Turkey. This pressure can align our conflict with nationalistic agenda. For example, Iran's nationalistic policy are heavily influenced by its rivalry with Saudi Arabia and its opposition to United States policies in the region. Even though we know that United States is the biggest power in the world. Last but not least, Shia and Sunni split and conflict. Shia and Sunni conflict is one of the most significant divisions within the Muslim world, with historical, theological, and political dimension. These two movements have two different ideologies. Such as Sunni ideology is about emphasizing the role of community in electing leaders and generally followed elected caliphs, who are seen as temporary leaders without divine attribute. While Shia ideology is believed the concept of imam, leaders, where imams are considered infallible and divinely appointed leader with spiritual and temporal authority. Then we go to the internal implication about destruction of political institutions. First, undermining of political institutions in the Muslim world. Because we know that a country like Malaysia has followed the British governance structure because about the becoming of British into our country. Second, internet discord which lead to an internal conflict in the government. Nationalism within major political parties often result in instability. We can see the political institution in Malaysia like Barisan Nasional (PN) and Pakatan Harapan (PH) prioritize personal and fractional gains over national interest, undermining international coherence. And this political institution also always give a false promise, which always occur during election campaign. Third, civil war and insurgents among the Muslim world. We can give an example. Civil war, fueled by regional and international power, has devastated the country's political infrastructure. Fourth, the end of the Islamic Caliphate Ottoman Empire. It is led by Mustafa Kemal Atatürk. The Turkish national movement rejected the treaty several for establishment and sovereign Turkish state. This movement led to the Turkish War of Independence. And last but not least, loss of national sovereignty. So I think that's all from me. Thank you.
I would like to talk about Muslim response towards political challenge. Now, I will talk about the Islah and Tajdid, which is revival and reformation approach, which considered as response towards political challenge faced by Muslims. Generally, Islah and Tajdid is the reformation of the condition of Ummah, which have been influenced by the Jahiliyyah elements in every aspect of the life, and the reviving the religious elements that has disappeared from the Ummah. Furthermore, this approach has touched several aspects such as aqidah, social, politics, culture, and knowledge. And now I would like to say about the realization of Islah and Tajdid from political aspects as the response to the challenge mentioned before through Pan-Islamism and Islah Movement organization. The idea of the Pan-Islamism or Al-Wahda al-Islamiyah in Arabic, which has been brought by Jamaluddin al-Afghani, aims to unite all Muslims ummah around the world and strive for independence of Muslim lands from Western country. Rashid Rida, one of the Islam reformists, also said that politics is necessary to excel the mission of ummah unity. To realize that mission, the ummah needs a country as a base of the unity of ummah. That's why Muslims need to strive for independence because they can realize the implementation of Islam, and the key for that implementation is through the unity of Ummah and Islamic rule. Plus, the unity of Ummah that must be gained by unity of Aqidah can lead to the realization of Pan-Islamism around the Muslim world.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Adib bin Mustakim alias Ashri, and I'm gonna present about Islah Movement organization. So, what is Islah Movement? Islah Movement is a movement that tries to encourage the community to correct their views on Islam. It happened when secularism occurred among the Muslim who has been got a Western education. It is to make people to view Islam in its original ways. In Malaysia during 1882, there are Islah movement that created by Sheikh Tahir Jalaluddin, and in Quran also said that the believers are but brothers. So make settlement, reconciliation, which is Islah, between your brothers and fear Allah that you may receive mercy. Surah Al-Hujurat 49:10. So what's the idea of Islah? First, is to maintain the original teaching of Islam, which is directly from Quran and Sunnah. And the second idea of Islah is to take the ideas from Western modernity that beneficial and useful, which is whatever Western education that is good and can be useful to us, we take it and uh, we can apply it to our life. So there are a few Islam movement around the world, which is Ikhwanul Muslimin from Egypt by Hassan al-Banna, Jamanah Noor from Turkey by Badiuzzamani Said Nursi, and the third one is Jama'at is Islami from Pakistan by Said Abdul Ala Mauludi. And in Malaysia, we have Gerakan Islah, which is by Sheikh Tahir Jalaluddin and Said Sheikh Al-Hadi. And for conclusion, future political difficulties for the Ummah will most likely focus upon three items, which is very important to create a better future. Which is the first one, combining tradition and contemporary government. And the second one, resolving internal divides and managing global geopolitical influence. It is really important to create a better Ummah in the future. And it is true that with these challenges, we can create a unity and stability between the Ummah to maintain the original Islamic way of life. It is through effective leadership, inclusive policies, and also constructive interaction with the international community. It is critical in overcoming these challenges to establishing a united and resilient Ummah. That's all from us. Thank you so much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.